All right, everybody, we're live. Hi, my name is Nandini. I'm your business mentor from India, and I have with me Andrews, who's from Australia. He's a dadpreneur, a civil engineer, and he gave it all up to become a dadpreneur. Today, we're both going to be talking about what I don't have time means. Me, a life coach, and Andrews, a dadpreneur. So we'll start with Andrews, and after that, I'll tell you my experience of what I think I don't have time means. So, Andrews, to introduce yourself, I'm sure the audience knows you, and also
Yeah.
for those of them who don't, and also tell them what you feel this thing means of I don't have time.
Okay. Thank you, Nandini, for the quick introduction. I'm Andrews. I was working as a senior project engineer in the construction industry.
Yes.
Got about nearly 9 years experience, and but things I used to love, but later my priorities have changed, and then I've decided like I have to give more time to my family, and then this is not gonna be my future, and that's when I had to take the bold decision, and I have become a dadpreneur now, meaning I have a 2.5 years old daughter. I'm looking after her full time, and then my wife goes out for work, and I run this business. We both do it collectively, but I spend most of the time. So and then Nandini, coming to this topic, I don't have time. I think this is the very most common excuse we all give. Even till date, I give to myself. So if someone asks me, "Why don't you do the workout?" and then "Why don't you go to the gym every day?" I said like, I don't have much time. I
Yeah.
stopped saying that now because I know it's the true meaning of "I don't have time" means is it's not my priority, or
Yes.
I'm just giving an excuse. So now every people living in this world, everyone have just 24 hours. So someone is learning so much, and someone is working for themselves, someone is earning a lot, someone is becoming rich, someone is losing something. It's all happening within 24 hours, okay, for every person. So you have to decide what you have to do in this 24 hours. So
Yes.
some work 12 hours a day, some work 14, some work only 8 hours a day, 9 to 5, which is regular. But you have to think why you're working, and then how long you're gonna work, and at the same time, where it's gonna take you, and what is your future if that work is no longer available for you.
Yeah.
So we have to think, and then everyone needs money. Everyone is working for money. It all depends like how happy you are, and then how much time, quality time you're living. It's not about how much you earn. It's not about how much time you spend on something. It's about the quality of life. You have to live your life fully. So all this should be in a day. It's 24 hours. So now it's your decision to decide for it. So I speak to a lot of people about, dude, why don't you try? So people, they work 8 hours work, traveling couple of hours if you take, and then at the end of the day they're like, oh no, I have to drive Uber, I have to do this, or they give all the excuses, and then people get so busy about they want to do something for the family, and they keep working extra hours, and then they don't give to the time to the family. And every family, what you need, you want to spend time together, a quality time, and that's what misses out. And then people don't uh, I mean, they don't utilize the proper 24 hours in a right way. So for everything, even when you work in your workplace, probably at some stage you will get, probably we might do like 5 tasks a day, but one fine day you may get 10 to 15 tasks to do. But how do you do it in a week? You
Yeah.
prioritize what's important, and then you finish up, and then you do the rest of the thing by working extras. That's how the same thing applies in your life. Having no time is not that. So how, for example, I ask you one thing, like how like every person, how many hours of time will they spend on the phone by default? by default, whether you're opening Instagram or Facebook, scrolling. And some people, you might have come across your friends, they'll put up a status saying, oh, you know what, sorry, I will not be available for a month, I'm not gonna be available on social media. They'll literally deactivate their account for a month or for 6 months. But what will be then? They'll be watching YouTube or open Netflix.
Yeah.
They'll their time. So you have to decide what, uh, and then how you are spending your time. Which like when I ask someone, do you want to do this business? They say like, no, I don't have time. If that was the reason, now you have to question yourself why you haven't done the business. Why
Yeah.
didn't you start business? But you have time to watch Netflix or some series or some reels, comedy reels, or on YouTube for fun, whatever. So you have to decide, you have to prioritize your things. So
Yes.
for me, in short, having no time is saying that it's not your priority. So
Yes.
it's not for you. Anything that you are talking about, it's not for you.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And we have Kavya here. Hi, Kavya. Thank you for
Yeah.
watching. Hi, Tina. Hi, hi. She says hello to you, Andrews. And she
Hi
says
Tina, hi Kavya.
hello to me. All right. As far as I don't have time goes, I don't buy it. I do
Yeah.
not buy it. I buy only one thing, that at the moment that is not your priority. You
Yeah.
don't have time means you're not, that is not your priority. What is your priority is scrolling, watching puppy videos. I've
Yeah.
seen it myself, Andy.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's something very important that I need to do. I told my sister, yeah, yeah, I'm just sending the message to you. I open my phone, and there's some very cute puppy video on Instagram. I start watching it, and before I know it, I've watched comedy, I've watched some songs. Oh, that's a lovely song. Half an hour has gone by. I've forgotten to send that message to my sister. You know,
Yes.
so so the question is, I don't have time means that's not my priority. And I
Yeah.
was thinking just before we started this,
Yeah.
I had done Vipassana, which is a mindfulness meditation course, Theravada Buddhism meditation course. And I had decided that I'm going to meditate every single day.
Yeah.
So I was a mother of two children. They needed to be taken to school sometimes. Mr. Bas or my son would forget his sneakers at home, so I'd have to go there and give it to him. Or my daughter would need something. Suddenly she said, Mama, please send lunch for me and my friends, or whatever. So I
Yeah.
had two kids. I had, I was quite social with my children. We used to meet other moms with their kids. So there would be, say, play dates 2, 3 times a week. I would have people over for dinner at least thrice a week. I used to teach aerobics in those days. I was also doing a
Yeah.
little bit of modeling. So what I'm trying to say is, I had a very busy, packed life. I did Vipassana, and I decided to, as a priority, meditate for 2 hours every morning. So what did I do? I could have said, I don't have time, I'm not going to do it. I just woke up at 4 and made sure that I did it. So from that time, I realized something. If you really want to do something, you'll put in those extra hours. You'll sleep less, or you'll scroll less, or you'll, spend less time doing something else and give it to that. So I feel even for this business of ours, Andrews, if
Yeah.
somebody says you don't have time to give half an hour to build a legacy for themselves and their children, it's as simple as saying it's not my priority.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
right.
not my priority. We have to be
Uh,
careful of
True. And I want to share one example, Nandini, because I I shared in few sessions about this example, like one of my friends lost a job. Uh, so what happened was he had a baby who was she was just 3 months old at that time, and then he bought a home and he moved on a weekend on Sunday, And the next Thursday, within 4 days, his manager put a redundancy letter on his table saying that, unfortunately, sorry, mate, this is your last working day. And tomorrow you can come and hand over the keys of the vehicle, and then whatever. And you get, as per contract, you'll get 2 weeks of pay. That's it. And he's left out with nothing and he can't move anywhere. And then he left the job and he started working like Uber, like full time, from morning 5 a.m. till 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. He used to drive only Uber. And later what he did was he was driving Uber plus and he started working in the one of the grocery stores here. It's a market called Woolworths. So he started working there night shifts, back to that part-time student life. And then recently when he started talking about business and all that, it's okay, I thought like, okay, maybe he realized and he's doing something. And then one fine day he said, I got a job. But he was at that time, and he lost his job, he was on a package of 120K per annum. And then now he took up a job as a surveyor for $85,000. So it's basically literally cut down. Even if he drives Uber, he would make about 100K at least. So, and he's happy to again get back. And I asked him, okay, it's okay for time being you took the job, but what's your plan that if this job also goes, what's your next step? And even to get this job, he took about 8 months again to find this job with low pay. So that's how the current market at the moment is, because there are no projects and all. And I spoke to him for about couple of hours because he's a really close friend. He's saying like, oh no, I'm gonna do some uh, business, I'm gonna buy a truck. So he got like heavy rigid license and all that. He's like spent heaps of money on that. And again he says that truck industry is really bad, and I don't fit in that place because it's you have to deal with like tough people, and then the work is tough. Then there's a lot of lifting and then hard like physical work. He tells me all that. uh, and I said like, why don't you just start a business where you could spend more time with family and you can secure for your family. He tells all kind of nonsense. I said like, no, business is something you have to give 100% of your time. So I'm not in that stage. I don't have time. I can't give 100%. Like who told you like you have to give 100%? No, there are some ways, there are some platforms. Like for myself, before I used to work 14 hours, but now probably 1 2 hours a day, or sometimes not even that. Or sometimes when I feel like I have to work more, I spend a night. When I'm free, I feel like then I'll work in that way. So that's how like I call the real freedom, and that's how I got the quality of life, and that's how I'm making the money. But this guy, he wants to be in that hard zone. And I asked him, okay, you want to start that business, and then you're saying that you have to give 100% time. Do you even know how that business even work? I asked him. He had no answer. I said, did you even do some strategy how to approach, how to start, how much investment do you need, or how much time does it take, or how much, like when I asked it all these questions, he said like, no, he didn't do anything, and he's saying that business needs 100% time. How can you say that?
But most
You
people,
didn't even explore anything, and you're talking about the business where you haven't done any groundwork, you didn't even pen down anything. So that's how people start giving excuses. So this is
yes,
one of the examples I'm saying.
yes.
So it's not about the like, that's what, if you want to leverage yourself, and if you want to pay your bills, or if you want to change your life, it's you who needs to prioritize your time. And then saying I don't have time again means it will not take you anywhere. You will still giving all the excuses. Time is not something you can find. Time is something you need to make. So within this 24 hours, So if you can take 1 hour of your time for yourself, for your future, and that's the one which gives you the life security, because previously job security was something very common, but these days getting laid off, or people talking about, or in the news showing that AI is taking over and we are replacing a lot of employees, or we are reducing the number of employees. So because AI does a lot. For
Yeah.
example, I'm me, and then there are three people working in the company, and then company wants AI to introduce, and I know the things about AI now. And if my manager or team leader wants to keep one of us from the three,
Keep
he would
you.
definitely choose me. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily that I know AI of that particular company what they're going to introduce, but I can understand what AI is.
Yes.
So because I spent some extra hours time to learn and then upgrade, I mean, to learn new skill where the world is transforming. So
Yes.
future is gonna be AI. If you don't know AI, and if you want to follow only the traditional way, no, you can't see your future anywhere. So
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of our business. That's why
yeah,
you don't need to spend more than an hour. You can spend anything from half an hour to 2 hours a day because it is set up on an automated platform. Because
yeah,
everything happens because of automation and AI.
yeah.
So what you're saying is
And
so right, Andy.
true. And the beauty of, like, I'm not exaggerating about business. So people think business is always like about self earning. No, some businesses like driving Uber, people, like when you sign up on Uber Drive, or when you create an app, when you register, it says you're a business owner, it's your drive. No, it's actually a self employment. You will
Yes,
be paid for your time
yes,
and efforts. Okay, that's it. But
yeah,
what we do, our business is about entrepreneurship and leadership and all
very
that. So entrepreneurship is about you get paid for your value, not just for your time.
no, yes,
You will be paid based on your value. Like, that's how you have to leverage your skills. So even if I want to go back to job, the knowledge of AI will definitely keep me somewhere that can get me the job anywhere, irrespective of any field, because every company needs someone who has AI knowledge. So
absolutely. That's a wonderful thing, I feel. I mean, now I'm taking it off topic a little bit. That
yeah.
the kind of training we really get. Thanks, Jyotsna, for watching. She said, well said, Andy.
No.
When you giving it a priority.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, Kavya. Kavya said yes. She told me if you don't have time for something that's not your priority right now, absolutely. And in our this particular business that you and I are doing, this digital business, we get such a intensive training, and all at
Yes.
our own pace, of course. We get an intensive training on AI, every latest update,
Yes.
every latest update, not only by the training side, but by our colleagues as well. We're constantly being taught something which is going to benefit us, not just in our business. Tomorrow, if we go out into another business, we can use all these skills over there.
Yes, definitely.
It's quite amazing. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's what, like, even I still wonder, like, why people keep saying I don't have time, I don't have time, but they badly want to change their life.
yeah,
Literally, they will be going through really tough time, and they want to change, and they don't want to spend and just an hour time, and then uh, they would be just wasting time by scrolling reels and
yeah,
watching a movie. I keep seeing my own friends doing that.
yeah.
So I tell myself, like, probably one day they'll realize it's okay.
I'm sure they will. You see so
Yeah.
many people getting laid off these days. This is really actually a luxury that you can stay at home and earn is an absolute luxury in today's time.
I think even in the Instagram, when you scroll, people should be watching, like even from India, this school kids, or even like people who are still doing their bachelor's degrees. They started their own YouTube channels, and they are doing some editings, or probably someone who likes about trading, or someone who likes about doing some projects. They're actually recording it and uploading all the stuff, and they're making money out of it.
Yeah.
And then some 13 years, 12 years old kids, they are building their own apps,
Yeah.
literally. And then
Yeah.
there is, I think, a 14-year-old guy. He created an app where you can put your phone and then check your heartbeat, and it gives you all like the proper rhythm. It's like it's there on your phones. I mean, on the watches, like Apple watches reads, or some smart watches reads. But this is about the whole rhythm it gives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're creating that 14-year-old boy. Literally, how is he doing that? Because he put
Amazing.
the AI chip and he learned about AI. So if a school kid can manage his studies
We can.
at home and doing something, and you have to realize at this age, what are you doing? Are you just working to pay your bills, or what's your future if your job is gone today? What what it's gone? That's it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Agree with you.
so
So listen
I'm
to what he's saying.
yeah. So even like, see, I had no background of business. See, none of my family members are from business background, so they were like in the education field. And then I had zero knowledge. So that's how I grew up, and I started, like, getting into bachelor's degree, and then did masters, and then finally got into a job, went into, like, manager positions and all that. After working so long, one day you realize it's not the future. So as long as I work, I get paid, and that's how I can pay my bills. But when my daughter was born, and then when she was 3 months old, when didn't she recognize me, because I was spending time at home, that's when I realized the time is more important. Time is
Yes.
something what my kid wants from me. It's not about the money, it's not about the toys I give, it's not about branded clothes or whatever I buy for her. No, it's nothing matters for her. All it matters is my time. And even the posts I put on my Instagram, I started a channel called Papa with Purpose, because I left my whole career, I left my job just because of my daughter.
Yes.
So because she is my priority, and at that moment I made sure I'm gonna give time, and that's how I made a bold decision to quit the job. And with zero knowledge, I stepped into this business and started learning by giving my time for it. And today I'm getting paid because I've learned so much. I'm still learning. Even this morning, we had this AI session from Dockers. It was inspiring, it was so helpful, which I'm going to try for the next few weeks.
Yes.
And that's going to leverage me and then put me in a, uh, like, having a skill always adds value to
Yes.
yourself, right? So definitely, I think my post gonna be better. It adds value to it, and then it could help some other people, and
Yes.
then I would be, like, a pathway for the blessings for someone to change their lives. So
Yes.
see, that's my title. Yeah. So that's how, uh, with zero knowledge, with zero tech skills, with zero business background, I started this business. I transformed myself, and then I have the connections with you all now. Uh,
Yes.
and then I know my future. Even like today, all these years, I never had this confidence that I can tell you now. Even if I leave Australia right now with everything from this home, the one thing I have is I can take my business with me, go back to India. I have a home there. I can live there. I can work from there.
Wow.
with
Yes.
no one. I have this confidence right now. If I lose everything here, I can go and continue my business. I don't have to start from scratch. I can continue from there.
Wow. I mean, isn't
So
that so satisfying for your heart? It feels,
exactly, like, yeah, just imagine like how much peace I got in my mind now when I sleep. See, that's what you want in your life. That's how you change your lifestyle and then you live a quality life. And
yes.
that's what it matters when your priority and you're making
Right.
it possible.
Yeah.
So my priority is my daughter. I'm giving my all time. You can check my Instagram profile, Papa with Purpose. There's a lot of people, they just get amazed. Like, she's just 2.5 years, she sings all the rhymes. She tells like A to Z. I'm not saying that she is fast learner, because it wasn't like one night or one day I just sat with her and I taught her. Every night I do sing along with her.
Wow.
I sing the rhymes with nothing, no phone, no display, no books, just lights off. I sing along with her, keeping her on my chest, and then she sings with me. So who doesn't like, who has, tell me which person who is the working full time have this time every night to do this? It's not possible. It's not
No.
possible at all. You could, because not, even if you do, uh, probably you may do like 1 or 2 days a week or on a weekend. uh, but you have to decide what's your priority and just change lives accordingly. Yeah, I've
So
changed mine. If you want to change, yeah, this is some opportunity where you can reach to us and then ask for it.
thank you so much, Andu.
Yeah,
It's so inspirational. Really an inspiration. So, guys, listen to what he says. And if you're watching from his page, just click on the link and message him. And if you're watching from mine, click on this link and message
yeah,
me. So, we'll see you with more. Thank you,
yeah.
everyone. Bye.
So thank you. Say bye.